One of narcissists' best qualities about them is their ability to argue and win conversations in their favor. They have this talent of bending reality with this little magic hat of tricks that they pull out, of manipulation, of lies, of controlling their partner and making him think that they're crazy, that they're jealous, that they're the problem, that they need the therapy. And what I want to give you today is the 5 phrases that you can disarm him. And I actually have a bonus today. At the very end, I'm going to give you a 6th phrase that when you use this and take this action, he will know that it no longer is going to fly. It's not going to work the way that it worked in the past. A lot of my clients are actually single, but they have ex-husbands with children who are narcissists, or they have a pattern of dating narcissists. So if you are somebody who has a narcissist in your life, stay tuned because we are about to have a lot of fun. This topic excites and delights me to know. And why? Because narcissists think they've got it all figured out. And when you drop a bomb, one of these phrases into the conversation, boom, it explodes. And all of a sudden, their tricks aren't working anymore. The manipulation isn't working anymore. The drama, the argument, it's not what it used to be. My name is Kellie Hatch, and we are starting right now. For the best love, dating, and relationship advice, including an inside look into the magic hat of tricks that narcissists love to play, hit the bell, subscribe, so that you get notified when new videos post every week. While studying the field of psychology in school, I learned the power of positive and negative reinforcements and how really we do train people how to treat us. So today, we are going to learn how to train the cute little narcissist in your life to give you the respect that you deserve. One of the main things that narcissists love to do in manipulation is they love to separate you from your feelings. Why? Because your feelings are your greatest resource and ally. When he's created dizziness in your world, you can always go inward. You can always turn into your feelings and say, yeah, but I feel mad that you did this. I feel sad that you're treating me this way. Our feelings never lie, and he doesn't want you to rely on those, because if you rely on those, then whatever he's saying, doing, creating doesn't matter anymore. So what you want to do is when you're talking to a narcissist and you say, yes, but I feel mad that you don't respect me. And he then tries to argue that feeling. Oh, you can't feel. Oh, I can't feel. This is our first bomb drop. Our first phrase is, I don't let anybody argue my feelings. I'm allowed to feel however I want to feel. I don't ever allow anybody to argue my feelings. Where can he go from there? Yeah, but you can't feel. No, I want to stop you right there. What happens is they want to take you down this rabbit hole of manipulation through words and conversation. But when we drop these phrases, and we say, I don't allow anybody to argue my feelings, and you keep bringing it back around to the same point, the same phrase, he has nowhere to go off of that. And what it does is it helps you step into your power and recognize that your feelings do matter, that your feelings don't lie, that you are not crazy, that it did happen. So don't ever let anybody argue your feelings. And as soon as you start to feel them doing this tactic, you drop the phrase, I don't ever allow anyone to argue my feelings. Narcissists rely on bending reality to conform to their own personal needs, wish lists, and desires. And so what they'll do is they'll start to change dates, times of how things happen and try and state them as facts. And so when you feel your narcissist start to do this reality bending in their favor, what you want to do as soon as they try and state it as a fact, you drop the bomb of you're entitled to your opinion. And when we say this phrase, it means I'm not buying into crazy. I'm not looking into the light of gaslighting anymore. I'm not interested in buying what you're selling because it isn't real. It's just your opinion. And your opinion is actually not right. But we don't need to even go into the details of that, right? All we need to say is you're entitled to your opinion. This will fluster them. It will frustrate them because they want to have it be a fact. They want their opinion to be your opinion because they're working on this gaslighting technique of this is our reality, not this is your reality, your perception, your opinion. You're entitled to your opinion. Because many narcissists somewhere along the way growing up had an experience that they attached a meaning to on a subconscious level, that their feelings don't matter, that they aren't important enough to be seen and respected for their feelings. They will guard their feelings like Alcatraz. What happens is all of a sudden they step into victim mode of my feelings are the most important thing. I'm mad, so everybody else needs to be punished. I'm sad, so everybody needs to drop whatever they're doing to take care of me, really to take care of that hurt little boy that lives inside of them that's so damaged he doesn't realize he can take care of himself. But when you start to see your narcissist partner, friend, whoever it is that is in your life, start to move into this mode of their feelings are the only thing that matters, the phrase that you want to drop for them is you're allowed to have your feelings because we never want to argue their feelings. If we expect our feelings to be respected, we will respect their feelings and they are allowed to have them. You're allowed to have your feelings, but I'm allowed to disagree. You can disagree on whatever it is that has happened. You can disagree on the situation. So you let them know you're allowed to feel that way. But I don't have to sit here and do everything for you, be this person, attend to every need that you have. I'm allowed to disagree. And what this does is this pulls you back from the vortex that they're trying to pull you into, that they're the only one that matters. Phrase number 4 is one of my favorites. And why I love it so much is because narcissists are not about working out problems. They love to argue. They love to win. They love the drama. They love to get into it. They feed off of it. It gives them so much energy. So they're not there to resolve the issue. They're there to win the issue. So the phrase that you want to say when you feel like it's not going anywhere, when you feel like they've checked out of reality and they're just in it to win it, the phrase that you say is, well, maybe we just need to agree to disagree. And oh, they hate that one. They hate that one because all of a sudden the argument is over. They didn't win. You are done. You will agree to disagree, not agree to agree. And that's not what they're after. They're not after resolving it, getting peace and harmony back in the relationship. They're after something totally different. But what this does for you is it allows you to take control of the conversation. when it starts to feel like it's getting out of control and it's not going to end the way that either of you are looking for it to end, agree to disagree. And all of a sudden, it's a conversation over. Because narcissists are usually emotionally stunted men living in a man's body, a lot of times what they do is they resort to name calling. It's very immature, but they are immature. They never grew up. They're still just this damaged kid crying out for love, attention, affection, feeling like they're enough, but they do it in all the wrong ways, hoping that someday somebody will make them feel the way that they've always wanted to feel. Again, it's not your job. But when you feel him moving into the name calling phase of a conversation, you need to stop him immediately. This is so emotionally damaging to you. My clients who have come out of narcissistic relationships are haunted for years and decades by the names that their partners have called them. Do not allow him to go down this immature rabbit hole. In the moment you just want to get out of this situation, so you shrink into it, allowing him to do it, hoping that eventually he'll stop. He stops immediately. And he stops immediately when you drop the phrase, I don't allow anybody to talk to me that way. Narcissists love a doormat. They're looking for doormats. And if you are somebody that shows up as a doormat and allows somebody to call you names and treat you a certain way, they will stamp their muddy boots all over you. And even if that relationship ends and those boots are gone, the mud remains. The names, the hurtful words, they remain. In the Final One program, we power wash the mud off. But it does take time. So if you find yourself in a relationship with somebody or having any sort of contact with anybody that calls you names or makes you feel less than, you immediately drop the phrase, I don't allow anyone to talk to me that way. And as I had mentioned earlier, they're going to try it again and again. They want to get you dizzy. They want to win with words, phrases, all of these things that they're going to say to you to make you feel like it's okay what they're doing. You say your phrase again. I don't allow anybody to talk to me that way. Even if you have to say it 10 times. I don't allow anybody to talk to me that way. And you have this visual of his muddy boots stomping all over you, finally stepping off. Get those muddy boots off of the doormat that you have allowed yourself to be in this relationship. You are not a doormat at all. You're a very gorgeous, confident woman that just had some past experiences that created your own beliefs of who you are, what you're worth, and what you expect for yourself. You see, in life, we only get what we expect. And somewhere you expected to allow somebody to call you these names. We have a new expectation in town, and that is we don't allow anybody to talk to us that way. All right, it's time for the bonus phrase number 6. With narcissists, they love control. And when we've been using these phrases to disarm him throughout the conversation, they start to escalate. They start to feel out of control. They may start to yell or throw things and start to take it to a level that may start to scare you. You don't feel comfortable anymore. The phrase that you want to say is you put your hand up and you say, I want to stop you right there. When you are ready to have an adult conversation, you let me know. When we put our hand out, it physically literally says, stop. He now knows that you are serious. And you are letting him know that this isn't how I communicate anymore. You do it with eyes looking at him. Eye contact, full eye contact, so that he knows that you are serious. You have a very calm but firm voice as you say this last phrase to him. And then you walk away. Why it's so important that we walk away is when we say, let me know when you're ready to have an adult conversation, and you stay there. You see, when we say something, but then we don't take the actionable steps with it, all we do is we feed his ego and his power. We say, I'm not actually going to make good on my threats. I'm not going to do what I said I'm going to do. You do have full control. You can stamp on me with those muddy boots. You can do whatever you want to do to me because I don't respect me. I will continue doing the same things we have always done. But the moment you say, this isn't going to work anymore, and I am leaving until you are ready to make it work, what this says is that he can't keep doing what he's been doing. That you are no longer that doormat. And that if he wants to have any sort of a relationship with you, any contact at all with you, this is what it looks like. It looks like two adults having a mature discussion, a mature relationship, whatever that looks like for you in your life. So don't ever allow somebody to make you feel anything but amazing, control you, manipulate you, lie to you. And if you are in a narcissistic relationship, think about getting out. And if you can't, at least start using these phrases to disarm him. And if you are single and you have to interact with a narcissist, definitely use these phrases every time. It takes his power away. It takes that hat of magic tricks away. It doesn't work anymore. And what you do is you create boundaries for yourself. Healthy boundaries, and he has to stay on that side. And as soon as he tries to come in and control, manipulate you, you're gone. And he can then think about what the relationship is going to look like for you to come back. But until then, never ever allow somebody to take your power. Never allow somebody to stamp on you like a doormat with their muddy boots. Because the power washing required once they leave, it takes time. Don't even let them start it. Use these phrases to ensure that you never settle for less than you deserve again. So if you like this video and you feel like you are a narcissistic magnet, I highly recommend that you watch my video, Narcissists, How to Avoid Dating One. And in the comments below, I am curious, what of these 6 phrases have you used and gotten the pleasure of seeing your narcissistic partner's reaction of, oh, when he gets disarmed, when all of a sudden he's flustered because the old tricks in the hat aren't working anymore. And remember, you were meant to love and be loved, and don't ever let somebody stamp on you with their muddy narcissistic boots ever again. And if you're curious of how you can avoid toxic relationships and find the guy that you were meant to be with, I highly recommend that you book a discovery call with moi at www.kelliehatch.com. Until next time, have a fabulous day.